Hello and welcome to One Word Show, the most, wait, no way, he didn't just say what I think he did he? Show on the internet. My name's Jacob, and I'm joined by Jason today.
Hey, Jacob.
And what would you say about this show?
I'd say that it seems like there's a lot of possibility for some fun. It could go horribly wrong or horribly right, or a little bit of both.
Can you tell me what we're doing?
Very rarely.
So you don't know what this is?
I know a little bit. I know that you're going to come up with a word, and I think we're supposed to freestyle off what that word brings to mind. Is that a fair statement, or?
No, you're wrong. Get out.
Oh, that figures.
Get out.
You just,
All right, so
my
first,
employees say the same thing.
Yeah. First thing I have to address is this is not my normal set. We're in a much cooler looking place, I think.
Yeah,
Got some
I
cool
like
lights
it.
behind us.
It's my very first cool set, so.
Wow. Well.
Not that I've been on a lot of bad sets, but.
No. Just every one you've ever been on before,
Yes.
which is like.
Actually, this one before it was lit up.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, so the way this works is I have 2 words for you.
All right, gonna up the
I have
ante a little bit.
2 words, and they have both been randomly generated using a random word generator. And you're going to choose one of them, and that's going to be the subject of this show.
All right.
Are you ready for your words?
Sure.
Word number 1 is murderous. Word number 2, and this is, I think, the first time we've had this on the show, a word you could interpret in 2 different ways.
Can't you do that with murderous? Sorry, Jacob, throwing you off.
Yeah, you ruined. Get out.
Oh, there I go again.
Okay, so you can either treat this word as record or record. Because, it's the same word, just...
Record or record. Yep, you
Yeah.
can do that both ways.
Yep, so...
It's kind of hard to say no to murderous, though. With a word like that, we probably should just see where that leads us.
To murder?
Or us. One of the 2.
Are you coming on to me?
No, not at all. I'm coming off to you. I don't even know what that means, but
All
it'll
right,
work.
So, no recording.
Yes.
No record. Why
no
not?
record. Well, recordings, as we know, can always be held against you later.
Like this one.
Yes, exactly like this one. Since we're already doing that, it seems kind of superfluous to
Throw in more?
keep talking about more recording. But murderous, there's always that chance you can get away, depending on the rage that you're in when it happens. That's the first thing that I think about is, usually it's followed by rage.
He's scaring me.
Not like pony, not fun stuff like
All right,
pony
so
or dolphins.
Now the way this works now is I'm going to ask you questions about the word you picked.
Okay.
Have you ever killed someone?
No,
Why
not
not?
yet. Well, opportunity
Not
for
yet.
the most part, and then timing, I think, is a big part
Timing.
too. Yeah.
Timing. Like,
There are
you're
wrong
like,
times to murder people.
I want to stab you, but it's Tuesday.
Exactly. It's Tuesday, and I only have butter knives. That's not going to be anywhere near as fun.
You got to put way more effort into that.
Way more. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
All right, so what would be your, not to get even darker, but what would be your murderous weapon of choice?
Ooh.
Like, we're playing a game of Clue, and we're like, it was Jason in the blank with the blank. You got to fill in those blanks for me.
All right. So it was. Actually, if we're being completely honest with it, it would be Jason in a car with the car. Sorry, Jason. Obviously I don't play Clue. I don't have that down at all.
I've
Jason,
never played Clue.
Jason with a car in a roundabout. If I can tell you right now that my murderous rages have happened in roundabouts on many occasions, and I've just, because it was Tuesday, didn't act on them. So
I guess, why is it always the roundabouts? What is it about the roundabout that makes you want to commit one of these literal worst sins?
it's the people that drive in the roundabouts that don't know about roundabouts. It drives me crazy. I've seen them. They either treat the yield sign like a stop sign. They panic at the yield sign because they don't know where the cars are coming from. The worst I've seen is someone stopped in a roundabout to let me in. Stop it. Once you're in the roundabout, keep going in a circle and either get out or just keep spinning.
Okay.
But don't stop.
I am visually impaired, so I can never drive in my entire life. I legally can't. I have never not drived.
To drive.
I have never
drive.
drove in my entire life, and I know how roundabouts work. Roundabouts. I know how they work. How do people not?
That is a great question. I don't have any idea why they don't. I don't know if it's because as you get older, you start forgetting things and not learning, or they just don't care, or they're scared because roundabouts aren't really a big thing here as they are over in Europe and stuff. I think they're more common here in Wisconsin. I lived in Alabama for a while, and roundabouts there, people don't even know what to do. We found one, they were building a roundabout, and a guy had left the bar and drove into the hole where the roundabout was because they didn't block it off very well.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Can we just appreciate the fact that we started with murder and we're now talking transportation and infrastructure?
I can appreciate that, which is still transportation gets you right back to that murderous rage, though. It will for me.
Yeah.
It's not just a roundabout. We could do it in a highway as well.
Okay, so that's your exclusive I will kill you is roundabout or highway?
Yeah, I tell my girlfriend all the time that if I'm going to jail, it's going to be for something while I'm in a car driving with other individuals on the highway.
Okay.
Yep.
So
murderous rages.
What you're saying is I shouldn't carpool with you.
Probably safe. Probably, well, yeah. Or just keep earphones in so you don't have to hear me yell.
All right, so is there any specific case, without naming people, because that would get weird, where you wanted to kill someone that you can think of that you feel like sharing?
That is a...
Well, you go, well, there's this guy, he's really quite the jerk, and he's sitting, next to me.
Right. No, I was not going to be that obvious because I figured that was just
especially not on video evidence.
Right. No, everybody's watching this. We definitely don't want to see that. There's been one or two that if it wasn't a murderous rage, it was definitely a serious thumping. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one was somebody that I knew in the past, a boss that, of course, who doesn't want to murder their boss? Well, except for maybe you, that'd be a little awkward since, well, we know why.
Patricide?
Now we're really up in the ante.
I know.
Yeah, just somebody that was never on time for anything, and he would say one thing and then do something else, and at some point you just want to grab them around their neck and hug them really tight.
Hug them really tight.
Really
Give them
tight.
a nice, gentle hug.
Hug them till they gently fall asleep.
I just
Lay them
remembered
down.
a time where I got into a murderous rage.
Yeah?
Yeah, and ironically, it has to do with a car.
Okay.
Yes. So this
All
is,
right, now
you're interested.
Now you have my
you're
curiosity
like,
piqued.
whatever. Oh, there's a car. But I wasn't driving, and I wasn't even in the car. I was walking down the street, and there was a squirrel in the street.
Okay.
And this guy was in his car, and he intentionally swerved to run over the squirrel. I was mad.
That's a sick puppy right there.
No, it was a squirrel. A dead squirrel, not a sick puppy.
Well, was it dead before he swerved at it?
No.
Oh, so after
It was crossing the street, and he vroom right over the squirrel and killed it.
Now, was it a rabid squirrel? Because those are a problem.
I did not examine it or give it an autopsy after the fact.
So he might have been within his rights to run the squirrel over, because if it was...
So he was just sitting
I'm
there
just
in his car,
saying.
he's like, I'm doing this for the team.
Well, he's driving, he sees the squirrel trying to get away, maybe there's a little foam coming out of the mouth, he's like, oh, not on my watch, stomp it, swerve it.
Maybe the squirrel was just
He might have saved your life. He could have saved your life. You were in a murderous rage, and he saved your life from a rabid squirrel.
It was you, wasn't it?
Was it on Tuesday? No? Okay.
All right, well, do you have any final thoughts on the word murderous for me?
It was a fun word. I'm glad that that one was the one that was picked.
Oh, are you like patting yourself on the back?
Yeah, oh yeah, I did pick that, didn't I? Yeah. I have some skills, like one or two. One of them's picking really good words.
It's a particular set of skills. Running people over with your car.
Just no squirrels.
Picking words. That's about it?
And cooking.
All right.
I'm pretty...
Cooking squirrels?
You could. Absolutely. Probably barbecue it.
Oh, no.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I had nothing to do with this. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me, Jason.
Thanks for having me. This was awesome.
Now that you know exactly what we're doing here and you've gone through it, do you have any words of advice for the next guest?
No, because then they'll be ready. Yeah, that's no fun.
Well, I'm
It's
not going
much
to tell
more
them
fun.
the words of advice. I'm just going to say, hey, you missed a great opportunity to know what we're doing.
Right.
Right.
But I didn't even know what I was doing, which is what makes it really fun.
Okay.
So
just
I don't want to spoil that surprise for anybody else.
ignorance is bliss.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me again. If you guys want to check out more episodes of this show, if you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe. And if you are listening to the audio version, you can check out more episodes, more murderous episodes of the show at www.onewordshow.com. And that is it for us today. So I will see you guys next time.